The NBA 2K21 demo is here. And in the demo, you can get a head start on your My Career by jumping in and trying out the My Player Builder. To start off, you have the option to download the My NBA 2K21 mobile app.
What a sight, a sky-high and nothing.
Well, some say...
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. Now Sacramento starting five. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Rashawn Holmes out there with Bialits, and it's Barnes in at the 3. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, locking down the middle. Now, here's Fox. Goes up on the high post. They get it back. Holmes launches it. Tries yet again. Fox against Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. And tonight, a battle of offenses that can really stretch defenses thin, Chris, as a former post player. Talk about the advantages of being surrounded by great shooters.
Well, you want to get doubled. I mean, it's the best of both worlds. You can be as aggressive as you want early or late to score as much as you can. Why? Because you want that defense to try to stop you, because when they do, you just get it out to wide open shooters that can knock it down. And when you get double teamed, you know, even the hockey assist or the direct assist to a cat can really get their rhythm going. And then you put the defense in a quandary. A catch-22, do they stop you? Do they go to the shooters? And when you get the defense kind of thinking off balance like that, you start to have fun when you add back cuts, alley-oops, spin moves, dunks, driving to the hole, shooters. It turns into a fun game.
A lot of options, you're right.
Oh, he's the perfect alley-oop partner. Zion showing the lift. How about his hands? Then we all know how it is.
Pass to Holmes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And normal physicality doesn't get it done with Williamson. To stop him from scoring, you really have to up the ante and get him before he hits that launching pad.
Now, here's Fox. Now here's Barnes. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Holiday is running. And the ball out of play. The Kings will inbound.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Zion Williamson. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb, averaging 25 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
He's oozing with confidence. I mean, and it shows. Every time he steps on the floor, he expects to dominate.
The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
And it's Bogdanovich on the follow.
No excuse for not boxing out Bogdanovich. He'll torch you for that mistake more often than not.
Holiday finds Favors. Ingram wide open. No good on the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Bogdanovich passes to Holmes. It's tipped. The kick out to Fox. High post shot. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Fox has got 5.
He's taking what he sees out there. I love seeing Fox torch the D from this area.
Outside Holiday. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Ball against Fox. Shoots over Ball. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, I mean, what everyone loves about Williamson, already an international star. And I love it because he remains humble and grateful for what he has.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Hayes, he's checked in for New Orleans. Redick against Hield. Hart kicks to Jackson. Redick inside the line and too long on the shot.
The setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Bazemore inside the three-point line. Offensive rebound. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. The Kings shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
He hits both from the stripe. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Hart the pass to Melly. Here's Hayes, and Hayes throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Now, here's Joseph. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. To the middle. Wants to get it to Bazemore and does. Lenka kicks to Joseph. Over Jackson. Here's Giles. And here's Bazemore. Hield outside. Another shot. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Kings lead by 1. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Governing the split of second chance opportunities, Jay. I mean, that's what has them in the lead after 1.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got J.J. Redick. He's out there with Jackson. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the power forward position. Hart the pass to Melly. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Kings trailing. And Bazemore kicks to Len. Puts up a 3. Here's Giles. Pass to Len. Bazemore on the wing. He had 15 points last outing. Shoots over Redick. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
Yeah, Kevin, second chance opportunity so big in this instance. They have to feel fortunate that they could extend that play.
A nice shot by Melly.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Oh, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they've kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
Was shot by Redick, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about them not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The 3 from Joseph. Hands it from downtown. Joseph's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So for the Pelicans, Okafor's checked in for Hayes. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jackson. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Parker's checked in for Len. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And it's Fox in for Joseph. And here's Barnes for 3. Offensive rebound. The Elitza misses.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
New Orleans moving the ball around. Was shot by Redick, no good. And so Fox will bring it up for the King. Trailing by 2. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Healed outside. It's by Elitza. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And you talk about body control. There, Elitza shows how you get it done on tough defense.
Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Ball comes in for J.J. Redick. And a change for the Kings. Bogdanovich is checked in. Outside Holiday. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Williamson's got 7. Chris, with every team looking to maximize floor space, which big men are the deadliest from outside? Have a shot that you've got to respect.
Oh, well, I think you got to go with a few. Just rapid fire. You got to go with that man, Mr. Towns, out there in Minnesota. How about Blake Griffin when he did for the Pistons? Just shooting, knocking those threes down. Now, I got to give my man Big Lopez a shout out. He shoots it deep from Curryland out there for the Milwaukee Bucks. So much fun watching these guys. And don't forget about Big Marc Gasol. He'll let it fly from deep as well.
He will, and they're all effective.
Oh, very effective.
Here's Fox. Kept alive by Sacramento.
That's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Outstanding at taking it to the cup. Now look, when Bogdanovich is in attack mode, it's great to watch.
And the dunk by Williamson.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Kicks to Barnes. There's the pass to Bielitsa. Parker dishes to Barnes. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Here's Ball. Here's Williamson. Goes back up. And it's Fox with the rebound. That's a 2 from Barnes. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark. Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck. And that should do it.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Redick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call this. Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And
good on the second, so he makes them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Kings trail by 3. Outside, Fox. The 3. Pelicans with the rebound. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280. And he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
Fox looking it over. To the paint. And so the ball's out of bounds. Favors touched it last. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
Here's Fox. A miss that time would have put him up. So Favors will bring it up for the Pelicans. The lead is 2.
Very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And that one's good, Williamson.
They couldn't ask for much more from him today. He's been a key force in their offense.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Hield. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Williamson with it. Hield is there. And that one's good, Williamson.
This quarter expending tremendous energy at the offensive end. And he's not slowing down. He's still calling for it.
Jackson comes over with the double. Here's Barnes. That one misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Here's Williamson. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Williamson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans. 1:19 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Bielitsa. Hield from outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
I love seeing Hill shoot the 3-ball. He's a high percentage scorer for them, firing teams.
Good on the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Passes it to Holmes. Over Favors. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Favors got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Fox with the steal. And now the Kings fast break. Holmes passes to Hield. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Hield's got 5 points now in the quarter.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
Here's Ingram. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Favors. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Frank Jackson.
Yeah, and the second pick in the 2016 draft out of Duke, bro. Brandon Ingram possessing a rare combination of length and shooting ability.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
Well, look, an outstanding role player. Redick is an incredible sniper who feels comfortable shooting from just about anywhere.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Joseph with the ball. Bazemore for 3. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's New Orleans in the driver's seat, up 8. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They're back, Ball and Redick. He's out there with Hart, and it's Okafor in at the center position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Fox. It's Bogdanovich on the wing.
Solid at contesting shots. Redick really has developed into a fine defender over time.
Back to Ball to the right side. Over Parker. Ball no good.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 6 on the basket from Fox.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Out to the right wing. Redick for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings. Fox has got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Lays it up and banks it in.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Pelicans leading by 4. Pass to Hart. To the inside. Here's Hayes. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got his 6th rebound on the night. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. And the dunk by Len.
Oh, Kevin, he's getting better at orchestrating the offense. I mean, when Fox hits the open man, it brings this team closer together.
Redick with the 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
He'll breathe a big sigh of relief if they hang on to win this game. He's not done much to contribute tonight.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They have yet to put up any points here in the 4th.
Look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
Outside, Fox. Lets it go from 14. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down to 2 on the bucket from Giles.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
The Kings trail by 4. Outside, Fox. Back to Len. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Fox against Ball, and the shot is good. 14 points for De'Aaron Fox.
Embracing the spotlight. When it's a big possession, it's fun seeing Fox come alive and deliver.
And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And there's the pass to Giles. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Excellent D there from Okafor. Outside, Reddick. Buries the long-range jumper. Now it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
Rise, fire. That's off the Reddick's mindset, and you see why. Listen to this.
And so they foul intentionally. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Williamson comes in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. And the Kings also making a change. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Lamb. Favors. He draws iron on the dunk. The Kings trail by 7.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Oh, yeah, a little room for error now. We'll see what they run. Now, we've seen this before from Fox, his ability to score in tight spots. I mean, it's simply incredible.
Barnes against Ingram. Inside, here's Favors. Up and in on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
And with that matchup doing what he was able to do there, just muscling inside, he's not going to have a lot of problems.
Here's Fox. Kings with the first shot clock.
Oh, tough play underneath there to give them another possession. Just what they were hoping for. A little more time off the clock.
Williamson with it. He's against Parker. And that one's good. Williamson.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
But yeah, this is no let-up. And, you know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And Parker with the block.
This is the defense you want to see from Parker, stepping up with the big-time block.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
And it's Giles missing. Now Williamson over Barnes. Misses there. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one.
And those are the starting lineups. Lots of interesting matchups tonight. Well, DA, a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward position. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Holmes, and it's Barnes in at the 3, the small forward. Pass to Morant. From 13, Jackson, great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Fox looking it over. Passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Fox. That ball. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Well, Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
It's good from long range.
And the confidence Morant has in himself is special. Knows he can knock those shots down in bunches.
Now, here's Fox. This game he had 28 points. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Fox kicks to Holmes. 5 on the clock. The pass to Fox. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Well, for Memphis, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. Brooks, the pass to Anderson. Memphis moving it around. Over to the wing. Jackson with it. Holmes on him. He doesn't hit that one. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Jackson against Bogdanovich. To Holmes. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Anderson outside. And stolen by Barnes. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And it's Fox with the jam.
And you have to have respect for his speed in transition. Fox is a high-octane player who explodes in the open floor.
Now here's Anderson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Brooks, the pass to Valanciunas. Jackson against Bielitsa. A second chance effort. And the layup by Jackson.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Outside, Fox. 1:46 left to play here in the first. Holmes. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
And this Memphis team stakes its identity on defense.
Last season, top 3 in block percentage. They make their stand at the defensive end.
Now Brooks following the miss by John Morant from deep. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Valanciunas, good.
Stretching the floor, the new concept for Valanciunas. In his first 5 years, he attempted just 4 triples total.
Now, here's Fox. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. From deep three-point range, Valanciunas grabs the board. And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for Memphis. to the inside. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Richaun Holmes. Hield comes in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. Now, here's Williamson. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot. 24-second violation. Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Bielitsa. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Harrison Barnes. Pass to Melton. Pass to Clark. Takes a three. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hield. Lots of room. He can't get that one.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Allen. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the point. And it's off target, not sure why he took that one. And the Grizzlies leading by 4. Clark for 3. They grabbed their own miss. And here's Bazemore. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against New Orleans. Hield kicks to Joseph. Fires for 3. Drops in the tray. Joseph's got the first basket of the second quarter for Sacramento.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Allen against Hield. Right wing. Shot clock at 5. Clark the pass to Jang. Shoots over Len. No luck, they battled on the glass but couldn't knock it down. Three-pointer, Hield. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And really for a long time the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Passes it to Melton. Just 5 to shoot. Over Joseph. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Some changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Giles. And it's Harrison Barnes in for Kent Bazemore. Fox dishes to Heel. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and take a look at the leading rebounders since the All-Star break. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Grant, the three-pointer, no good.
With floor spacing at a premium, they need him to hit these shots. Made just that one in the first.
Fox finds Parker. Now Bielitsa. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Outside, Fox. Second shot opportunity. It's Clark with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Brooks. And he uses the glass on the layup. And now a three-point Grizzly lead.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Here's Fox. Trains it from beyond the arc. Fox has got 5 points in the quarter.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Now the pass to Clark. Now Brooks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jabari Parker. That's his first foul. The Kings making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in. And Memphis also making a switch. Jaren Jackson. He's checked in for Clark. And he overshot that one, missing. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Parker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
The Kings shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for the Kings. Brooks finds Valanciunas. This one for 3. Rebound by the Kings. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Now, here's Fox. 9 points in the game so far. Outside, Bogdanovich. Here's Parker, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Gets it off. No good on the last second attempt there. And some good act.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to a pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, De'Aaron Fox displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. A 2-point game. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
And how about the mid-range shooting of Fox? Definitely capable of sinking those shots with consistency.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Right side Jackson. Out to Brooks. Pocket 6. Anderson outside. Over Bogdanovich. Offensive rebound. Can't hit that one. Kings leading now by 4. Outside, Fox. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The wide open look here for Fox. The Grizzlies pull it in. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
It's good on the putback. Brooks has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Now, here's Fox. 11 points in the game. Another miss by Fox.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Bielitsa passes to Fox. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. Morant passes to Valanciunas. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
Great position down low. He had more time to get that shot off than I think he realized.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got the lead up to 6 now for the Kings. When you look at the luxury tax structure, Smitty, it's now more expensive than ever to maintain a championship contending roster.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's the choice of a lot of these organizations. Some they want to do it, some don't, but I think if you want to win a championship, you're going to have to open up your checkbook.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Len's checked in for Richaun Holmes. Harry Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Bogdanovich. Now, here's Fox. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Here's Morant. Banked in off the glass. Morant's got 5.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. Fox passes to Giles. It's tipped.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Jang. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now just a 2-point Kings lead.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Here's Fox. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 15 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Clark kicks to Morant. There's 45 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jabari Parker's checked in for the Kings. Corey Joseph comes in for Fox. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Jackson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Allen comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Morant.
I don't think the defense had any idea what they were doing there. Clear miscommunication leading to an easy basket for the offense.
Hield against Allen. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. He misses the free throw.
Harry Giles. 2 shots.
And he sinks the 2nd. Memphis trailing here. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And it's Hield off the drive. Good on the shot. Hield's got his first basket of the night.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
The rebound by Giles. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. Kings lead by 4. And right after. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Clark is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then there's Allen. And it's Melton in at the 1.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Giles the pass to Joseph. Six to shoot. Fires the 3. That shot off. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Jackson passes to Melton. Overhealed. The shot, no good. And Sacramento will go the other way with it. Joseph looking over the floor. Len finds Joseph. Now Len. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Sees the alley-oop. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Giles. Back to Hield. Knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Parker, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Jaren Jackson. The first free throw is good. And some changes here for the Kings. Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Bielitsa comes in for Corey Joseph. And it's Bogdanovich in for Hield. Morant kicks to Valanciunas. Brooks dishes to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant, covered by Parker. Morant passes to Jackson. Over Bielitsa. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Kings leading now by 4. Barnes outside. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Out to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. And so the ball is out of bounds. Bogdanovich touched it last. Fox, he's checked in for Parker. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Brooks up on top. Deep 2 from Anderson. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
One thing Anderson does not lack is confidence. Big bucket.
Fox passes to Holmes. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Connects from 3-point range. Bielitsa's got himself on the board with 3 there. Over to the left wing. And here's Anderson from the arc. And it's Fox with the rebound.
Okay, when you're trying to make a comeback, you can't be hucking up low percentage threes. You have to find a better shot within the offense. Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Brooks the pass to Valanciunas. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. Morant pushes to Valanciunas. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Valanciunas hits them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Pass to Bielitsa. Back to Fox. Morant with the steal.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Fox passes to Holmes, and that one drops. And the Kings lead by 6.
And you just have to have an appreciation how under control Fox plays. I like watching him work the ball through the D in that pick and roll.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Holmes. And Belita has it in the corner. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Jackson throws it down hard.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 4. Here's Morant. Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Barnes, it's good!
And just a crucial shot by Barnes, taking it upon himself and coming through.
So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi and welcome everyone here on 2. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jackson.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Ingram in at the 3. And for the Grizzlies, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the night.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Well, the Grizzlies coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Ingram against Anderson. The Grizzlies pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. And it's in there.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Here's Williamson, and the layup's good off the glass. Williamson's got 5.
Capable of doing some real damage. Give Williamson the rock in a spot like that, and he is going to burn you.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland. Here's Ingram. The shot, no good. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. May very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Williamson missing. Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Some nice passing there by Memphis. And here comes Holiday leading the fast break. Bucket is good.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Well, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall. Others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Brooks from outside. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
You know, that's a trademark of his defense. Quick to react, close down the shooter, and then affect the shot.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, he talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. Two brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Pass to Allen. 56 seconds left in the first quarter to stop the run. Pelicans pull it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Pelicans leading by 8. Back to Hart. Pass to Holiday. Out left to the wing. Now here's Redick. Nailed from three-point land.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Nobody near Allen. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's New Orleans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. Right back after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
They've got Gorgie Dang. Allen is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And this is why so many were high on Clark there. Love seeing him be aggressive.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Right now, let's have a moment to check out the NBA's best three-point shooters. Fourth, Redick.
What a percentage that is for him from three-point range this season. His deep touch is about as good as you're going to see.
Okafor is checked in for New Orleans. And the Pelicans with possession here. Here's Redick. No good off the back of the rim. The Grizzlies trail by 9. It's intercepted. Melly passes to Jackson. And it's Melly missing.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And it's Melly with the rebound. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Jackson finds Okafor. New Orleans moving it around. Releases. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Jackson's got the lead up to 11 now for New Orleans. It's Allen on the wing. Out to the wing. To the wing right side. Clock at 6. Melton, no good.
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans, and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court. And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Redick passes to Okafor. From 6 feet. Outside for Redick. On the wing, Jackson. From deep. No good that time. Now the Grizzlies take it the other way.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Nice open look, but it's no good. Got a piece of it. Down low, and Clark slams it in.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Outside, Redick. Passes it to Melly. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
1:32 left in the first half of the game. Clock at 4. Here's Melton. A three-pointer off the mark. New Orleans leading by 9. From deep three-point range, it's Clark with the rebound.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
To the middle. Allen outside. Fires from deep. Memphis the rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Redick for 3. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Clark. And it's Clark with the jam.
This is the mindset Clark has. He's opportunistic and really has an awareness of when to attack in transition.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Jang. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Ingram finds Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Back to Ingram. And the rejection by Valanciunas. Jackson misses. The pass to Williamson. Stolen by Jackson. And here's Valanciunas. Here's Morant. Makes it off the glass. And now just a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Even though he's smaller, Morant does not lack assertiveness, which comes in handy down low.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They have a narrow 3-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
I was surprised at how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see...
That's all for now.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. But we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for New Orleans right now, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the center, filling out the middle. Holiday. Here's Williamson. From down in the low post, it goes. Williamson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Morant passes to Anderson. Morant with it. Pass to Valanciunas. 5 to shoot. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball is right there.
Williamson. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Over to the wing. Now here's Morant. D right on him. Jackson dishes to Anderson. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That is his 1st foul of the game.
Oh, what a terrible foul there. Shot clock winding down, and he ends up bailing out the offense with a silly foul.
Morant with a wide open look.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his 1st foul of the game. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Clark's checked in. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Pass to Morant. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
And the offensive skill set Williamson has off the charts. And the scary thing is, guys, he's only going to keep getting better.
Anderson against Ingram. Shoots the 3. Hands it from downtown.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
New Orleans leading by 5.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's MO all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
Pass to Valanciunas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Valanciunas has got 9.
And he's pretty relentless inside. Valanciunas gets after it down low. It might not always look pretty, but he makes the most of his chances in the paint.
How about that high wire action from Ingram, getting up there and pulling off the Houdini?
And in today's game, if you don't have floor spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. He's in the post, guarded by Valanciunas. There's the pass to Hart. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Ball finds Redick. Misses the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Kicks it to Brooks. Dishes it to Morant. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Brooks. Fires from the corner. 2 points. That one goes. Brooks has got his 2nd basket of the night. 7 seconds left in the 3rd. Hart the pass to Hayes. Banked in off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 7. And here's Brooks from outside. And the miss. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Clark in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Okafor with the ball. Now Okafor defending. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
And here are the Grizzlies now. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That will be the fourth of the string of 5 played on the road. Anderson, he's checked in for Memphis.
Kyle Anderson.
Pass the ball. On the wing, Holiday. Back to Ball. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Anderson wide open. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Anderson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Grizzlies. Okafor kicks the ball. Pass to Hart. Holiday with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. Anderson passes to Brooks. And here's Morant, guarded by Holiday. And it's Morant missing.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And there it is for him. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Well, I tell you, when Okafor sees a wide-open teammate, he really zips the ball over to set him up for a clean look at the bucket.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. They get it again. Pelicans leading by 7 from 11 feet away. And Jackson with the basket on the assist from Valanciunas. Jackson's got his first bucket of the night. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Pelican substitution.
Passes it to Hayes. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Derek Favors checked in for the Pelicans. On the wing, Brooks. Holiday brings the double team. On the wing, Jackson. The pass to Anderson. Out to Brooks. At the elbow, it's Jackson. 4 on the shot clock. Count that one.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Hayes. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The first free throw is good.
Hayes. At the line for 2.
Hayes hits them both. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Pass to Anderson. Jackson with it. Memphis moving it around. Here's Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one is on Holiday. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Pelicans.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Williamson is checked in for Hayes. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Jackson finds Brooks. A 3-ball. Derek Favors with the rebound. Favors has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass the ball. Here's Williamson. Brooks covering. Outside Holiday. Here's Williamson. Passes to Holiday. Goes back up. And the Pelicans miss again. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Brooks. That shot misses. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's Williamson missing.
Does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
From deep, Brooks drills the three-pointer.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Outside Holiday, out to the right wing. Williamson with it. He's picked up by Morant. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. To take the lead. Count!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes. And it's Ingram missing. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. Anderson outside. Brooks dishes to Anderson. And for Ingram. Anderson can't get it to go. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Outside Holiday. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Off target from downtown. Anderson outside. And the pass to Brooks. Cans the three. So a close game sees Memphis take this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
hang time. Moving the plug in the power, ayy. Came with a charge in my alley, ooh. Charge to the game like it's credit, Your team crowd me to edit, yeah. I see face and credit, hold up. Ooh, that's dead, need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. They say what I said, they got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up on.
Up next, look. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at New Orleans. They're 10th in the conference, still looking to claim a spot for the playoffs. And, of course, the Kings tied up with them.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the point. And for the Kings, Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Bielitsa is out there with Harrison Barnes. And it's Holmes in at the 5. Ball no good. And so Fox will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one. Starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself, but everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
Here's Ball. After the basket by De'Aaron Fox. Passes it to Williamson. Left side Favors. Just 4 to shoot. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Shoots. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Yep, it counts.
Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair. And you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. So the wing on the left. Here's Favors. The putback. Rebounded by Holmes. Sacramento leading by 4. Bogdanovich passes to Bielitsa. Stolen by Ball. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Gary Giles comes in for Bielitsa. Buddy Hield, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Fox. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. A nice shot by Melly. And that ties it up.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end. And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Jackson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Brett, with the corner 3 being such a popular shot, should we consider widening the court, making it all feel the same?
That's an interesting question, Kevin. There's been some talk around the idea of actually dissipating that 3-point line into the sideline.
Yes.
And I really just wanted to say dissipating, by the way.
Well, and you said it well.
The other thing, Kevin, that has been considered, what if we went back to skinnying up the lane line back to the original George Mikan days of the lane being 6 feet wide rather than what we see today at 12 feet. That would put a ton more value on post-up and two-point play, almost so much as the three-point shot and the two-point shot in the post equate to the same amount of points per possession.
Yeah. Here's Bazemore. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's the pass to Joseph. Sacramento needs to get off a shot to halt the run. Good on the triple.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Healed against Redick to the paint. And it's Melly missing.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Healed dishes to Len. Sacramento moving it around. Joseph has an open look. It's rebounded by Hayes.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Pass to Bazemore. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans lead by 4. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for New Orleans right now, Hayes out there with Hart. Then there's Jackson. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Okafor. And at the 5, down low. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after years and years of rebuilding, the Kings are finally a team on the rise, and they're earning respect. Draymond Green said they've got a lot of young talent, never quit, probably the fastest team in the history of the NBA. Green said after he plays them, I leave the game exhausted. I go home, I'm dead. And Kevin, we know that Green is pretty accustomed to going all out.
David, he sure is. He's got a lot of engine in him. Thank you so much. Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Harry Giles. Bielitsa comes in for Hield, and it's Fox in for Corey Joseph. Ball feeling it out a bit. Here's Williamson. The shot will not fall. The Kings trail by 6, and even though he stands 6'10", Holmes plays taller than that.
He does, mostly, Kevin, because of that length. I mean, he stretches out and uses that quick jump and can block some shots and detour a few guys from trying to do some things offensively.
It's good from long range.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bielitsa's got his second bucket. Pelicans leading by 5. Ingram wide open. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Parker. And Okafor with the block. And he's able to get it back. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team.
Look how assured Ingram looks pulling up from there. I mean, he either tortures you with his speed to the rim or his jumper if you give him space. Take your pick.
And here is Fox after Brandon Ingram getting his shot to go from deep. Right side, Fox. And that one goes long. New Orleans has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
And this isn't going to stop Williamson. He's just too big, too strong, too quick.
Fox goes in. Bielitsa passes it to Parker. That shot wide open. Parker's got his second bucket tonight.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Pass the ball. Holiday against Bazemore. And Holiday kicks the ball. No good on the three.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Well, they've been striving towards it for years now, and the Kings are finally one of the premier up-tempo teams.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Len. Defense right on him. Three-pointer, Hield. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, Hield can make a living out there from behind the arc. Doesn't need a lot of room to get his shot off, and he drains that one with ease.
Passes it to Williamson. Hield on the double team. Len with the block.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. They've led by as much as 10. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And the dunk by Barnes.
No problem from Harrison Barnes. They're getting up and throwing it down.
And there's the pass to Williamson. Missed inside.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And that'll do it for the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point lead. Well, for the Pelicans. Man, that's going to...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Brandon Ingram with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes, and at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. The Kings trail by 5.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Holmes passes to Bjelica. The score now all even. Bjelica's got 6.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
For New Orleans, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot up three. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor.
Holmes, good.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Favors finds Ingram. Williamson. It's good on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Second chance opportunities. Williamson explosive into the air with the touch and concentration to finish.
Fox looking it over. Favors with the rebound.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Over in the corner, Williamson. The 3 drains the three-pointer. Williamson's got 8 here in the quarter.
The confidence evident. Zion, no problem rising and firing away. That's a sign of a true leader.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
It's Bielitsa, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans, and it's Bielitsa with the foul. That's his first foul. Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles comes in for Rashawn Holmes, and Parker subbed in for Bielitsa. And then for New Orleans, Hayes comes in for Williamson, and it's Jackson in for Drew Holiday. Here's Hayes, and good that time. Brent, certain players make everyone around them better. Talk about some of those guys who will do that at the very highest level.
The interesting thing about today's game, Kevin, is it's not always the point guard position. I think in the past we thought 2 ways. The point guard, who has the ball in his hands, finding guys for them to make shots. And then through the 80s and 90s, it was low post players who were getting double teams and initiating some offense. Yeah. Nowadays, it's a lot of wing guys. And it's guys like Kawhi Leonard, it's guys like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, throw Draymond Green in there with his ability to pass the ball, Jokic in there with his ability to pass the ball. It's all happening around the three-point line and getting into the gaps. So they look a little bit different, the initiators, in today's game.
Bogdanovich finds Parker. Off target from the baseline. On offense here are the Pelicans. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. And the basket by Jackson.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Pass to Giles. And he dunks it down.
Just getting more and more court awareness and where guys are at all times is De'Aaron Fox.
Pelicans leading by 10. Pass to Ingram. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Left side Favors. Here's Ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Fox against Ball. Back to Bogdanovich. Outside Fox. Bogdanovich, no luck. And the Pelicans with the possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Fox against Ball. Here's Parker. Got a hand on it.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
A split-second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Three-pointer heel. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We've got more instructions.
Hey, don't give in. Keep playing. We're getting good look.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for Sacramento. A 12-point game. So the Pelican 5 right now. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Then there's Jahlil Okafor, and it's Melli in at the power forward position.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Passes it to Melli. A shake. Back to Holiday, and Hart has it in the corner. And Fox with a clear path to the basket, and it's Fox with the jam.
So good and so dangerous is De'Aaron Fox out in transition.
Okafor against Len. Redick for three. Len grabs the board. Len's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Hield can't hit.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Hart kicks to Redick. Dishes it to Okafor. With the shot. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Outside, Redick. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on De'Aaron Fox. And that one falls for Okafor.
The culture shift it's been in Sacramento the last few years. Vlade Divac along with Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the legendary Sacramento Kings players, finding their footing and trying to put their stamp on this organization with some of the young talent that they've acquired.
Richaun Holmes, he's checked in for Sacramento. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Len. He drains the quick shot. Len's got his first 2 points of the night.
I think he recognized the size mismatch. No reason to pass out of that. Just rise up and knock it down.
The pass to Williamson. Redick against Hield. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Holmes. Holmes got his 5th rebound in this one. And Brent, around the league, people are saying the Kings are one of the scarier teams on the rise.
Well, they drafted decently. They play a system that now is speaking to some of their young talent. They've had a nice blend. It's been a long time coming in Sacramento, but fans coming out to the new arena to support this new, young, hungry Kings group.
And he makes the first.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
The Kings making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Favors dishes to Williamson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
Ingram passes to Favors, and then Favors with the dunk.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball effortlessly.
Fox kicks to Holmes. Good, and a nice assist from Fox.
Loving the confidence. Just rise and be free. And you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
From deep. Doesn't go that time. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Williamson finds Fox. Sacramento moving it around. Launches a three. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox. Not afraid to take the big one.
Shoots from 14. And that one's good by Favors.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Can't waste any time here.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive. The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Releases. And there's Williamson on the assist by Holiday. And now an 8-point Pelican lead. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And the dunk by Williamson.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
So we see the Pelicans get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up for...
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a
look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Barnes in at the 3. And for Memphis, Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the small forward.
I mean, when you think of Fox, quickness comes to mind. He's downright lethal in the open floor.
Here's Morant. The layup missed. Now the Kings with it.
Well, Kevin, in the Memphis Grizzlies, I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
And it's good off the back rim and in.
That jumper is just looking clean, confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Now Fox. He's coming off a 28-point game against New Orleans. Pass to Bjelica. Free throw line jump shot. And there are the Kings with another bucket. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Oh, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons. I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
There's Morant after the Kings pick up 2. Lock at 6. Valanciunas, good.
And since he's wide open, he's got time to add a little style with the fadeaway.
Outside, Fox. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Holmes, over Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson passes to Brooks from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Showing how lethal he can be from there. Brooks, oh man, if you keep giving Brooks these type of looks, he's going to keep making you pay.
Outside, Fox. From deep three-point range, and it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis leading. To the middle. Valanciunas passes to Jackson. And stolen by Barnes. Here's Holmes. He's covered by Anderson. Pass to Bjelica. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Holmes finds Fox. Barnes with it. He's covered by Anderson. Fox. And Fox is right there. Fox has got his second bucket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip run.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Morant. Here's Valanciunas, and it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him, throwing a oop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look, and he'd say, I'll get you an easy one, big fella. And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, hey, wait a minute, Bibby or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them, and he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, now it's your turn. You're open, because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that will say, hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq this play.
And this gives us a chance to highlight the rookies with the most assists here in the second half of the season. Ja Morant, number 1.
He's making progress in his first season in the league, and his command of their offense and opposing defenses improves every time he takes the floor.
Grizzlies have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And stolen by Barnes. And the Kings pushing it up now. Here's Fox. The Grizzlies pull it in. Morant's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
This is the attitude Anderson brings. A selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
Offside Fox. Now the pass to Holmes. Fox looking it over. Up to the right wing. Bielitsa passes it to Bogdanovic. With 1 on the clock. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Memphis out in front. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
They've got Clark. He's out there with Gorgie Dang, and it's Allen in at shooting guard. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. On defense, Memphis. Inside. Here's Giles with the putback. It's good on the putback. Len's got his first points of the night.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
No, you know what it is, Greg. One play at a time. That's got to be the mindset, especially in such a tight game.
Allen for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
And here is Hield. 11 points for him in that last game against New Orleans. Dishes it to Bazemore. Just 5 on the clock. Takes the 3. They get it back. Len. Shot by Hield. Nobody around. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Kicks it to Clark. Allen passes to Melton. It's hauled in by the Kings. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them. And though Chris, he's known mostly for his shooting, Buddy Hield has been improving in other areas as well.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about ball handling, playmaking. I mean, they're notably better from early in his career. He's a solid rebounder who is definitely not a weak link on the defensive side as well.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Melton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jang with the ball. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball. The Grizzlies 4th.
I mean, it's about the pace they played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
Parker's checked in for Giles. Outside, Joseph. Pass to Len. Hield outside. Lets it go from deep. It's not going to go for him. And the Grizzlies, they come in off the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Hield against Allen. Shoots from 12. That shot off the mark. And it's the Kings taking it the other way. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jack. And Brooks subbed in for Allen. Sacramento also making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Corey Joseph. The wide open look here for Fox. Again, the miss by the Kings.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
Offensive rebound, Len, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And now we'll look at the upcoming schedule for Sacramento. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Hits the three-point bomb. Valanciunas has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Strong defensive presence. He doubles as a reliable scoring option. Valanciunas is a complete big man.
Pass to Hield. He kicks to Barnes. Outside, Fox. And there's the feed to Len. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Oh, you love seeing Valanciunas spike it back. When he's active on this end, it makes a difference.
Now here's Morant. Not a lot of room. And they take the lead. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Brooks on the double team. Fox kicks to Hield. Passes it to Parker. Here's Len. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And reading shot trajectories is a skill that Parker has worked on over the years.
Now here's Morant. Len with the block. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A pretty close game for the Kings throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the... And that should...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Jonas Valanciunas.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Kings. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Nemanja Bjelica. And it's Holmes in at the center. Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. Brooks against Bogdanovich. The drive by Brooks. Again, Memphis. Players have different ways of leading. Some guys, Chris, are loud and fire. Others let their play do all the talking. What was your approach?
Well, Kevin, it depended on what situation I was in. When I was in Sacramento, I could be the quiet, fiery guy that led through my actions because Vlade was more of a vocal guy, and we had a really good-spirited team, so I didn't need to do much besides what we did in practice. In my younger days, when you want to win, you want to get out there, and maybe everyone doesn't have the sense of urgency that you do. You're a little bit more vocal, but I've always believed that the best leaders, no matter how well they communicate or anything else, the best leaders lead by example. And if you're telling everyone what to do and you're not doing it, usually it falls on deaf ears. So go out there and do it by example first, and everybody will follow.
Good advice. Here's Barnes. And that one clearly a foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shows you a little of everything. I mean, that time he stops on a dime, pops it in. Nothing you can do to defend that.
Fox passes to Bogdanovich. A putback. Here's Holmes. The kick out to Barnes. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Holmes, good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play.
Well, when you think about the Kings, you know they are going to let it fly. The team is loaded up on players deadly from outside. They've adapted and embraced the long ball area.
Memphis moving that ball around. Brooks kicks to Anderson. From deep. And it's Brooks that time on the assist by Anderson. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter.
Dangerous scorer who never seems to lose confidence. Brooks is lethal from downtown.
And the shooting with this Kings team last season, Chris, a major strength, as you said.
Yeah, and their whole offense has benefited from it, Kevin. I mean, they were 4th in the league in three-pointers last year. Finding points won't be a problem for the Kings going forward.
It's Bielitsa. Valanciunas grabs the board.
That's a nice defensive effort. Sticking right up on him. I mean, affecting the shot.
Jackson. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's what Sacramento's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Ken Bazemore comes in for Bogan Bogdanovich. And it's Joseph in for De'Aaron Fox. Now Joseph. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Tries it from 9, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Now, this is Bielitsa's game. He's ready to fire as soon as the ball hits his hands.
Outside Jackson. Back to Allen. A 3-ball. Sacramento grabs the miss. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets coming to town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And Allen slams it in.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Joseph, the pass to Giles. Poke loose. The pass to Jang. Allen for 3, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Grizzlies out in front. Lead. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. We've got Jaren Jackson. Clark is out there with Brooks. And it's Melton in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Kicks it to Jackson. Here's Clark. And Parker with the block.
This is the defense you want to see from Parker. Stepping up with the big-time block.
But they recover it. Pass to Bielitsa. Fires from deep. No good that time. And Memphis the other way now. Here's Melton. To the right side. Clark kicks to Brooks. Buries it from three-point range. Brooks has got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And Fox gets it to go.
This is Fox at his very best. He's so hard to stop when he's attacking with force.
Here's Melton. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Clark. Pass to Melton. Fires it up. They get the rebound.
What an active player Brooks seems. I mean, he does an awesome job there fighting to keep this possession alive.
The Kings trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
To the inside. And Parker with the basket on the assist by Hield.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
There's Jackson with the 3. Jabari Parker comes up with the rebound. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Sacramento making a switch here. Holmes checked in. Here's Fox. A new 14 for the King. That shot is off. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. And here's Morant. He kicks it to Valanciunas. Launches it. That one, no good. The Kings have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
This is why Parker was out. When it's an important possession, he steps up his game.
1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Brooks for 3. And another miss by Memphis. Sacramento's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Passes it to Holmes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
I love to see the defense exhibit some passion and protect the rim right there.
Brooks, the pass to Morant. And Anderson kicks to Morant. Brooks outside. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss. And they're in position to take the lead.
And how big would a bucket be at this stage of the game?
And the dunk by Parker.
There is no fear in this man's eyes. Parker upping his intensity and embracing the spotlight. Love it.
Now here's Morant. Guarded by Fox. 54 seconds left in the fourth. No good from Valanciunas.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
And that one's good. Morant.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lived with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Outside, Fox. Inside, Holmes. Count it!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it. Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Yeah, they're within reach now, but if they fail to execute, this could be it.
The pass to Anderson. Over Bielitsa. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
a flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
To the paint. And so it's Sacramento who's straight by with the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and slam.
In your face.
You play 2K all the time. You have
the Mississippi River and the sky. And let's. Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Memphis, they're holding the edge for the last playoffs. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And checking out New Orleans, they're at the 10th position.
And I think for New Orleans, they had much bigger things in mind when the season started. They didn't think of themselves as a middle-of-the-road club, but right now, that's where they are.
I thought this might happen. Confidence can take you a long way, but you also have to have the talent to back it up.
Now look at Memphis's starting group. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. And it's Favors in at the 5 spot. Now here's Brooks. Zion Williamson unable to get his last shot to go.
One of the better defenders in the league. Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Morant. Stolen by Anderson. Brooks finds Anderson. Here's Jackson. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. Lonzo Ball picks one up.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic. But Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
There's Morant following the score by New Orleans. Up again. Stayed with it, but they couldn't get it to fall. Here's Williamson, and the dunk by Williamson.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Now here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, and I look at his total effect on the scoring, both as a passer and a shooter. Incredibly productive.
That one drops for him.
Because he's so shifty and controls the pace, Morant can kill you in that mid-range area.
Valanciunas on the double team. Here's Holiday. The putback. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Now Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Anderson passes to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
And Memphis owing a pick to Boston. Rumor was they hoped it would convey this summer rather than rolling over to the 2020 draft.
Moving up to number 2, not a bad outcome with a potential star in John Morant. They've got another key player for their rebuild. I like the mid-range area for Anderson because of his size and because he makes good decisions with the ball in his hands. A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Now here's Morant. Defense is right there. Releases from 15, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And Favors kicks to Ball. New Orleans moving the ball around. Holiday finds Ingram. He had a nice open look right there.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Morant dishes to Jackson. Can't cash in from close range. The Pelicans trail. Here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
And the speed of Ingram is not easy to keep pace with, just blowing past whoever dares to try and stop it.
Here's Morant. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they'd be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And so he hits both.
And we first heard about Williamson in high school, and that was due to his dunking ability. Now he's a full-fledged star on the rise.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And that one's good by Clark.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
New Orleans in the lead. Jackson passes to Melly. Williamson with it. He's against Chang. And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Allen for 3. The shot misses. And a deep 3 from Redick. And that one released in time, but no good. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Pelicans on top, up by 3. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for New Orleans right now, they've got J.J. Redick. He's out there with Jackson. He's out there with Hart. And it's Melly in at the 4-man position. Here's Hayes after Memphis gets the 3. The shot by Redick, no good. And so Allen will bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
And it's going to come down to effort tonight. Last time they met each other, they were demolished on the boards, and that rebounding difference led to a sizable loss.
If you don't have that one guy who gets you 10-plus boards every night, you just have to send more guys to the glass.
Melton feeling it out a bit, and that one's good by Clark. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll as well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
That one good for 2. Hayes has got his first basket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Melton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Jackson comes over with the double. Pass to Chang. Over in the corner, Allen. 5 on the clock. No good with the triple. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. A nice shot by Melly. Melly's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
Here's Clark. He's got 6. Nobody near Allen. And stolen by Redick. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Back to Hart. Passes it to Melly. A beautiful reverse layup. Melly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Clark. Taken away by Hayes. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Clark That's good.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
Pass to Melton. Shot to stop the run, and the jumper falls for him.
And this is Alvin Gentry's fourth stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, let's get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Memphis trailing here. Down low. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Allen for 3. And it's Melly with the rebound.
In this first half, he has really fallen in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Hart, no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now here's Hayes. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Melly passes to Reddick. And the Pelicans miss again. Grizzlies have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Count that one.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
29 seconds left to play here in the half. Kept alive. Hayes. The second chance effort. And the rejection by Jang. Outside for Jackson. Hayes the pass to Hart. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Memphis. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
It'll count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Grizzlies lead by...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, for the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. There were a lot of positives for them to take away from the second quarter, where they came from behind to take a 4-point lead at the half. Kenny, what do you think about the Grizzlies?
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins's 5. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Back to Brooks. Anderson outside. Stolen by Holiday. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. Ingram's running.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And there's the pass to Jackson. Just 3 to shoot. Over Holiday. Jackson misses.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Well, if you believe that a point guard's defense is just as important as his offense, then these guys have been outstanding lately. The point guard steal leaders from the past 10 games. Fourth, Lonzo Ball.
And not only are these players tremendous at picking a ball handler's pocket, but as terrific point guards, they also know how to jump into passing lanes and get a steal or deflection that way as well.
What I love about it, these guys are dialed in defensively. That's the game plan for these guys. Defensive mindset first.
The Grizzlies shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Anderson passes to Morant. Releases from 15, and again, Memphis no good.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Watch out, when Favors gets loose around the rim, he can pound it.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
A new Memphis head coach, 3 of the last 4 seasons. Changeover in the front office as well. Hopefully, they'll find some continuity moving forward.
Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. Smitty, this Grizzlies team has always given a good effort. How tough do you think it is to see a coach let go, even when his players are responding?
You know, it's very tough because you gain trust in that coach. And often having a coaching change are more of a symptom of what's going on above them in the front office.
For New Orleans, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
And purely from a physical standpoint, Ja Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically.
.152 left in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Morant. Fires the 3. Memphis the rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done.
And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday staying very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Morant kicks to Clark over Hayes. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Passes to Brooks. Out to the wing. Now here's Morant, guarded by Holiday. Now here's Morant. He's got 5. Okafor grabs the miss.
Look, That's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Hart, no good.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And Clark slams it in.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one. Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
Brooks outside. Pass to Clark. Here's Valanciunas. Nice shot from 10 feet out. Valanciunas has got 5.
Not a lot of centers can hit a contested jumper like that, but Valanciunas is one of them.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Grizzlies out in front. They're up by 3. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And a moment ago.
A little roll here, okay? Got to get the flow.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Favors is out there with Okafor, and it's Hart in at small forward. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Valanciunas passes to Brooks. Takes a 3. Okafor grabs the miss. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. And the wide open shot from Redick. And Derek Favors with the slam.
One of the foremost offensive rebounders in the game. Favors always in pursuit.
And here's Morant. Kicks to Clark. Trying to find Valanciunas. Puts it to him. And the shot goes in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Yep, that one goes. Okafor's got 4 points in the quarter. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Morant passes to Clark, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Okafor. Ingram comes in for Josh Hart. And Ball subbed in for J.J. Redick. The free throw drops for Jackson.
The second youngest player in the NBA last season. Jaren Jackson Jr. with an immediate impact. The sky is the limit for this young man.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now here's Morant. He's covered by Ball. And that one's good, Morant. Morant's got the game tied up here for the Grizzlies. And the 4th pick in the 2018 draft, Jaren Jackson Jr. with Smitty, tremendous potential.
You know what, Kevin? He's a unicorn. He makes threes, he blocks shots, and he defends out to the three-point line. An ideal modern big man.
Brooks feeling it out a bit, and stolen by Favors. And Holiday kicks to Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
Now here's Morant. He's tightly guarded. Outside Jackson. From downtown. But they'll get another chance. Brooks outside. Over Favors. The offensive rebound. New Orleans gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Williamson.
And that was an absolute hammer. Williamson is downright lethal when you allow him to gain some momentum.
covered by Ball. Here's Holiday. Finished off the break. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead.
Drew does it how it's supposed to be done. Changes ends quickly, puts himself in the right position to finish.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Pelicans with the rebound. Favors got his 6th rebound on the night. And Holiday kicks to Ingram. Here's Ball. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
It's the quickness of Ball that's a problem for defenders. Solid at finding ways to get fouled on the way up.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts. A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
Memphis moving that ball around. The pass to Valanciunas. From deep. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Yes!
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Brooks kicks to Morant. 13 feet away. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Pelicans with the rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
At the line for your Pelicans.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, you know he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
Here's Morant. Money!
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans, pulling it out for the W. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so